got back and had the more effective punches.
Here's the third round. A voluntary defense by Dazzo Williams against John Simpson in the gold and green trunks, hoping that he can rise and somehow dismantle Dazzo Williams. The right hand there from Simpson needs to break through that guard.
Yeah, he's got to have a good round, a confidence builder. Needs to get a decent punch on.
Quietly working his way on undercards and the St Andrews Sporting Club small dinner shows. But I tell you something, he's come here to take the title.
He's trying hard, he's cagey enough. I mean, if Williams is getting the first couple of rounds, it's not by much. Simpson's right there.
Right hand from Williams a few seconds ago, and another one.
Williams looking to take a few more chances. Maybe he'll get careless in doing so.
Maybe he doesn't feel that Simpson can hurt him. Never been in this sort of an affair. John Simpson had very much everything his own way, and Williams has been. He's been on the back foot against Rutherford. Even Steve Chinnock did as well. He's been through many wars.
Well, he's missing a bit more in this round, Williams, and he's boxing quite well. Simpson keeping his style together.
Just unsettled Dazzo Williams slightly. John Simpson. Williams will have his eyes on the European champion Nicky Cook and a step up in class. Can't afford to be complacent here.
As his work's just getting a bit ragged, trying a bit too hard, and the smoother work has been from Simpson.
Switches southpaw and back to orthodox. Dazzo Williams, who Steve Robinson believes has become so much more of an all-round fighter.
Trying to slug it out and make an impression, but he's wasting a lot of energy, missing with punches here, Williams.
It's a decent display this so far from John Simpson. Good right hand as well, and Williams just looks a bit phased, gets in a left hook to the body, which sounded good. The better round from Simpson. The corner of John Simpson, who turned pro just over 2 years ago, and this is his first British title fight. Danny Lee in there, Benny King, the experienced Cutsman. Do you think they'll be happy with his start or not, Ben?
Yeah, I think they will. You know, he's kept himself together well. He's keeping a cool head. The defense is okay, and that's certainly the third round. He looked to edge it.
Dazzo Williams, who's won his last 6, but they have all gone the distance. Most have entertained and excited us. Will this continue to do so? Pretty frenetic pace set so far. Williams establishing control, but just hurrying a bit in that third round. Trying too hard?
Yeah, he was just trying to maybe please the crowd a bit much, and by doing that he was making a few mistakes. Simpson just kept his cool and had the better work.
One danger too for Dazzo Williams, he does mark up, he cuts, but when he gets that jab flowing and the right hand like that, he exudes ability at this level.
Simpson straight back at him though with some good punches, showing a bit of variety of his own there, mixing to body and head.
And the right hand there from Simpson. We've seen him as a neat boxer, beating Fred James and Mark Alexander. That was a decent victory, but on paper it looked such a hard ask for him.
Well, he looks as if he's warming to the task a little bit. The concentration certainly looks good from Simpson.
Maybe the self-belief is growing for John Simpson. Starting to move more fluently, and a bit of a dejected look on Williams' face.
Maybe he expected it to be a little bit easier. Past his chest there, calling Simpson in, and a couple of good shots.
They trade here in the fourth. The action really heats up in front of this big Dazzo Williams fan base.
He's just got to be careful, though, for Williams, because he's showing a bit of bravado, isn't he? And, you know, looking to try and exchange and trade blows, and that's where you make mistakes.
Yeah, he knows so many people here at ringside tonight, friends that he sold tickets to on a market stall in the city centre. Has he underestimated John Simpson as well? Could have done.
With a decent body shot for Simpson, who's taking the centre of the ring and looks up for the challenge here.
This is getting interesting.
We all await David Barnes' chance to prove himself as British welterweight champion. It comes next week against James Hare, live on Friday Fight Night. Sky Sports 1 next Friday night at 10. Here, has Dazzo Williams got to prove himself all over again?
Well, Paul, he had a very